Let there be light. So then you see the young man who gets injured last night, Damar Hamlin. All of these things are real for life. Gangsta Boo passed away on January the 1st. It's just a couple of years ago, it was Kobe earlier in the year, and it continues on and on and on. My buddy Marlon in the mental block, his older sister just passed away. God bless him and his family. Things are going on. So as we have this social media that spits and spews negativity at us at a full rate, and for people like myself that cares, it can drive you crazy. So I have to figure out how to separate myself. I'm now, I'm still in Cleveland. I'm supposed to get my flight today. My flight was canceled. I went all the way to the airport. I did get the report. They gave it to me. Sent me a text message at 12:45 at night. Didn't see it. Didn't look in the morning. Was trying to rush because my sister was taking me to the airport, and never ever looked at my phone. But the good news is that by going to the airport, I was checking to see if they had another flight that I could jump on and cruise on and make it there today in time to get back for work. So I feel bad internally about not being able to go to work tomorrow. I'm already missing a day or so. So if I've ever offended you, I'm sorry. I apologize. There's too much death going around to be angry and pissed off at people. And I promise going forward that I will not be the angry person that I've been, upset because I'm not successful at a particular thing, or upset when things don't go my way, or upset feeling that I don't have any control of some situation. So I just want us to be together. I do. I want us to um, have peace and harmony the best way we know how to do it, or the best way I know how to do it. So once again, if I've ever offended you before in life, I apologize. Love y'all. I was asked about, some of the freestyles that I do, and I'm actually upset with myself most of the time when I do a freestyle because I cannot believe that's what comes out. And sometimes I stutter, fumble over words, but for the most part, it seems to come out dark. And somebody had asked me about one of the freestyles when I mentioned about the concept of being blocked. And being blocked to me is, I think, is one of the most terrible things. Um, well, I think in the big picture, all I'm trying to say is once you cut, you don't have access anymore to a person. Maybe they still have access to you unless you block them, and it's like a two-way street. But if there is a crisis, or if there is a mega situation that occurs, whether it's universal, or if there is a some kind of global crisis, or a war some type of way. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but in my mind, I'm thinking even when I'm doing the freestyle, I'm trying to give myself freedom instead of paying for a therapist or going through stress or worrying, because we're wired the way we're wired. And I want everybody to be happy, and I really want everybody to be together. And because that's not happening, it causes me anxiety. And the world is never going to be the way I want it to be. I'm not going to always be able to get my way. I'm not a narcissist. I'm not crazy. Um, I just want people to be happy. And I want us to be able to be honorable and respectful towards each other. That's something that I want. But I don't know if any of that matters. Does that matter? Does it matter? So I'm saying being blocked or ghosted or ostracized. I know people are dealing with pain based off of what they have dealt with in their childhood. If they were molested, if they were touched, if they were abused, if they were, um, it kind of shapes people going forward. And I learned to feel bad about having a good childhood. My father wasn't present, but my mother and my sister, who was 2 years older than I am, I had my niece, and once I had my two children, after being married, I felt complete. Like, and being successful playing, junior college football, winning a state championship in Minnesota for the Vermilion Ironman, 16 interceptions, 8 my freshman year, 8 my sophomore year, and being acknowledged as one of the best defensive backs in the whole conference was really amazing for me. And it was my whole world until I had my two children, and I realized, man, there's other things in life to appreciate. So I started caring for people more and more, and I started wanting other people to be successful because I had tasted it. And I didn't know that when I was 19, I was going through positive and good stuff, and I didn't realize my counterparts of women that was 19 like I was were going through turmoil, pain and hurt, suffering, having children, having abortions, dealing with psychological issues that they had when they were children. I didn't know. And now that I'm the age that I am, I'm realizing whenever I do have dialogue at all with any other women, period, other women having dialogue with women, period, I'm realizing that there's a lot of hurt stuffed and packed in there. And if me saying I apologize for anything they've been through, if that would help, then I'll say it. I apologize. So I'm realizing when I do those freestyles like I did, those 6 songs or whatever, I'm realizing a lot of it was just based off the fact that I feel ostracized sometimes, but for good reason. And I'm trying not to be in my feelings, but I find myself in them. I'm feeling sad or upset that something is troubling to anybody else. And I found myself sometimes having an attitude and getting upset because I want to be successful so bad. But then I watched this thing on Ricky Williams, who's a running back in the National Football League, played for the University of Texas, won the Heisman Trophy, and how he just escaped all of this life, this fame, this fortune, all of this money. He ran away from it. And as I look at other people who have had tons and tons of success and still not really achieving whatever they feel a sense of happiness, it can be troubling.
Oh, look at
I just want to say I love y'all.
Oh.
Here we go. That's what it looks like. So I take a picture.
No, baby, I ain't calling my baby. Go ahead and take my clothes.
I'm getting a picture of you.
What about the baby? What about the baby there?
Oh, this baby's in it too.
The baby.
Here we go. There it is. Got it. Y'all know I changed lights at my job. I'm the light man. So I'm here to change lights for my mama. We're gonna get this together.